Have you ever wondered why a country with more than 1.4 billion people has never played in the FIFA World Cup? India dominates cricket, has millions of football fans, and every World Cup, people stay awake until 2 or 3 in the morning to watch Messi, Ronaldo, Brazil, or Argentina. But when the tournament begins, India is never on the field. So why? Is India simply bad at football? Or is there a much bigger story behind it? The answer starts over 75 years ago. Let's go back to 1950. Believe it or not, India actually qualified for the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Yes, qualified. Several Asian teams withdrew from the qualifiers, giving India a place in the tournament. It should have been the biggest moment in Indian football history. But then, India never went. For years, people believed FIFA refused to let India play because Indian players preferred playing barefoot. It's one of football's biggest myths. The real reasons were different. Traveling to Brazil was extremely expensive. The All India Football Federation didn't see the World Cup as a major priority. At that time, the Olympics were considered more prestigious than the FIFA World Cup. There were also financial and logistical challenges. So, India withdrew. And that decision became one of the biggest what-if moments in Indian sports history. What's surprising is India wasn't always weak in football. During the 1950s and early 1960s, India was one of Asia's strongest teams. India won the Asian Games in 1951 and again in 1962. Football legends like Chuni Goswami and P.K. Banerjee inspired an entire generation. Many believed India would become an Asian football powerhouse, but instead, everything slowly began to decline. While other countries invested in football, India didn't. There were very few professional academies. Youth development was weak. Coaching methods became outdated. Training facilities were limited, and talented young players had very few opportunities to develop into world-class professionals. As the rest of the football world improved, India fell further behind. Many people say, with 1.4 billion people, India should easily produce a World Cup team. But football isn't won by population. It's won by systems. Finding talent, training talent, and giving young players years of professional coaching. Without that system, even the most gifted players never reach their full potential. Another major reason is cricket. In India, cricket receives most of the sponsorships, most of the television coverage, most of the media attention, and most young athletes see cricket as the safer path to fame and financial success. Football has passionate fans, but for decades, it simply didn't receive the same investment. Grassroots football has also been a challenge. In many successful football nations, children begin structured coaching at 5 or 6 years old. They train regularly, play competitive matches every weekend, and grow within professional academy systems. In India, many talented kids never get those opportunities. Without strong grassroots development, it's incredibly difficult to build a World Cup quality national team. The good news is, things are finally starting to change. Football is becoming more popular across India. The Indian Super League has increased interest in the sport. More academies are opening, training facilities are improving, private investment is growing, and with the FIFA World Cup expanding from 32 teams to 48 teams, Asian countries now have more qualification spots than ever before. That doesn't guarantee India will qualify, but it does make the dream much more realistic. So, can India play in the FIFA World Cup one day? Absolutely. But it won't happen because India has a huge population, and it won't happen because football is becoming popular. It will only happen if India continues building strong youth academies, develops better coaches, invests in grassroots football, and creates a clear pathway for talented players to reach the highest level. Because World Cup teams aren't built in 4 years. They're built over decades. Maybe one day, when the FIFA World Cup begins, millions of Indian fans won't just be cheering for Brazil or Argentina or France. They'll finally be cheering for India. And when that day comes, it won't be luck. It will be the result of years of planning, investment, and belief. Because the journey to the FIFA World Cup doesn't begin in the stadium. It begins long before the first whistle is ever blown.